excitement level? You guys are facing one of the best offenses in the NFL week one. Obviously, you weren't here last year, but ended the Browns season. Just what's that excitement to take on the best or one of the best to start?
Yeah, honestly, it's an opportunity. First game of the season. Like you said, going against a great offense. A chance to show what we got. A chance to get an early test and see how we execute.
All throughout training camp, there's been a lot of, I guess, maybe outside questions about that linebacker position, but you're the one that everybody goes, no, he's starting, but it's a little bit of, Sione went down, Jacob going down, Max back in there, JOK. Does that mess with you at all to have so much rotation around you?
No, it's a great opportunity for all the guys to get experience. I think everybody, I feel comfortable, and I'm so sorry about that. That's so unethical. Sorry about that. But I think for the most part, getting all the guys out there getting experience, and then at the end of the day, we know if we all execute our jobs, and I'm pretty sure every linebacker you can throw out there and put at every position on our team, and they'll go out there and execute and do their job. So we feel very confident in that.
Talk about the Chiefs' offense being great. What is it that separates them from the rest of the league?
They have it all. They great O-line, great quarterback, great receivers, great running backs. They make you have to execute on all different levels. Run game, pass game, intermediate pass game. Play action, all that stuff. They make you execute. They make sure everybody doing their job. And if one person's not doing their job, that's when they hit you over with a big play.
As a guy that watches as much film as you do, does Mahomes make it tough because so much of that stuff is off schedule, and it's not like you can tell maybe pre-snap exactly what he's going to do?
Yeah, he's a great quarterback. Obviously, first of all, he throws the ball very, very well. So I think for us, we just have to make sure that we go out there, we execute our job. Everybody in their right position, right landmarks, make it tough on him. He's a great quarterback for a reason. So we got to go out there and, just make it hard on him.
The linebacker, obviously, you go up against tight ends a lot. What makes Kelce so good, and what really is a trait of a tight end that makes them so hard to cover?
Yeah, just his route savviness, being able to sail pretty much every route and run another route off of it. His double moves, his frame is huge anyway, so he's able to shield off defenders and stuff like that too. So, again, just execute, make it hard on him. Like you said, they're NFL players for a reason, so he's one of the highest paid for a reason. So, we just have to make it hard on him and go out there and continue to do what we do.
Anthony, a few years ago, the Rams beat the Chiefs 54-51. Rams ended up going to the Super Bowl, so their defense was pretty good that year. Are the Chiefs one of those teams where, sometimes the game evolves where it's up and down and the defense is just hanging on? Do they get you in that kind of a game sometimes?
You hope not as a defense. You don't want to be playing just to hang on. Again, we just have to execute. They're a great team. Again, we have to do our job. If we win by 1 point, I'm excited. If we win by 50 points, I'm excited. We lose by 1.5 points, I'm hurt. So it don't matter what the score is at the end of the day. Great defense is getting the job done, and we're scoring more points than them.
In a game like that, is it just a matter of making the last stop when it matters? That's a good defensive day?
If that's what it comes down to, yes. But, yeah, we want to play great defense the whole time, and that's just execution at the end of the day.
It seems like the defense has added a lot of guys that have big game experience. Malik's played in the Super Bowls. John Johnson was played in the Super Bowl in big games. How does that help a locker room that still has a lot of young guys defensively?
Yeah, you have that calm presence with the older guys. Like you said, John's played in the Super Bowl. Malik, all those guys. So, just giving that calm presence for the young guys. But at the end of the day, we're excited. This is an opportunity, great opportunity for us, and I'm pretty sure everybody's taking that same approach.
When you have a talented roster like this, how important is the chemistry and the trust? On paper you look great, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
How important is that? I guess the intangible part of it.
Yeah, that's why the training camp was so important for us. Our week of preparation this week is so important for us. Like you said, look good on paper, but if we don't go out there and execute, then it's not going to look like anything. So we go out there and execute, it'll look like the best thing ever. But that's why we have to go out in the practice field today, tomorrow, Friday, all the way till game time, and just go execute.
Is it hard when you go back and watch film of that the Browns-Chiefs playoff game, to kind of visualize your defense just because so many faces have changed since January?
At the end of the day, still Browns defense. At the end of the day, so yeah, I'm taking it. How did the Chiefs try to attack us last year, in the playoffs? And we learned from it. we go out there and practice against it, and watch what they've done in the preseason, everything like that. Just reviewing the film that we have. It's week 1 at the end of the day, so they can come out and run a whole different scheme, but we just have to go out there and execute our rules and our defense.
A random question. There's a report that you'll be wearing the green dot with the microphone for the defensive calls. Is there something that people would never realize? Like, is it harder than people think? Is it easier? I mean, it's obviously a lot of responsibility to get the defensive calls out. I was just wondering kind of what that's like.
Get the call from the coach, relay it to the entire team. And you just want to make sure everybody's on the same page at the end of the day. It can get loud, especially, not being, when you're the home team and the crowd is getting loud, especially on third down. That's when you have to over communicate, So, again, at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing. Just making sure everybody's on the same page. And as a linebacker, you own that responsibility.
Is there any danger on putting too much pressure on the opener, just given the expectations for this team and the matchup against the Chiefs?
I think, again, I heard this quote a number of times. It's a big game. It's an important game because it's the next game. So this is our first opportunity going against another team where it counts against our record. So I think that's what makes it so, so big. But again, we try to attack every week as nameless, faceless opponents. And that's what we're going to do. We're going against another team. It's another opportunity to go out there and win. Get a win in a win column, and that's what we want to do, no matter who the opponent is.
I know it's a road game, but how excited are you to be in a full stadium for
Yeah,
about a year?
definitely. Being able to get the fans back is always huge. Going from sellouts to maybe 25,000, 2,500 at times last year. To go back to full capacity is awesome. So, obviously, being on the road is a little different, but the fans make the game, and they make the game fun. Kansas City has some great ones. Not better than Cleveland, but they have some great fans. So it'll be a fun environment.
I know you've known Greg for a while now, but how impressed are you with the way he came in and won that starting job?
Just the way he comes in every day, mentally prepared. I think that's the biggest thing, especially being a young guy. I'd say, obviously, being from Northwestern, I wasn't expecting anything differently. We have some great coaches there, great, NFL development, going on over there. So when he came in, the way he studies, the way he prepares, the way he takes every practice, from what he learns in the meeting room to practice, is huge. So I wasn't surprised by that. But again, just a guy you can tell loves the game of football.
Does he have the right personality for his first game to be Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill?
Oh yeah, definitely. He plays with a bunch of confidence, swag. Since the first day I saw him, here, I told him, man, just play with that same swag that you played in college, no matter who's your opponent. You're in the NFL now, so guys do get paid millions of dollars to catch the ball. So that's going to happen. But but if he plays with that same confidence, I don't think it's going to be a problem for him.
And as a rookie, how aware does he have to be that when teams look at him, they see a rookie and they might try to target him or anything like that? How aware does he have to be of that?
That's with any position. He's a corner, so they're going to throw the ball at him. So I think he'll be ready for it, though.
One more quick thing about the chemistry question. Do you feel like you guys are developing a pretty good bond right now, or is that a work in progress?
Yeah, I think we're at a great spot right now. Obviously not where we want to be, February 14th, but where we're at right now, I think we're taking right steps in the right direction.